Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the J-Wraps, which I received from www.jwraps.com. Before I start though, I must point out I did receive them free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of products remain true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, let's go straight ahead and show them in a bit more detail. Okay, so for those people who aren't aware, I believe anyway that J-Wraps were the first people who started making these sort of skins or wraps or covers for like electronic cigarettes, and they started off as a company making sort of vinyl graphics for the motor industry, and then they just basically started using their offcuts to make these sort of ones here for electronic cigarettes, and then from there it's just sort of boomed all the way. Now they sent me out quite a nice little selection here, and I've got ones for the e-cig MVP, got some for the GGTS, got some for the Pro Vari and the Mini Pro Vari, got a couple for the Vamo, a couple for the iHybrid, and a couple for, on the back it says Gus Telescopic, but don't think I've actually even heard of that, so I'm not too sure what that one is. Now, according to the email correspondence from them, they have designs that will fit up to 17 different models at the moment, but I'd imagine that's obviously going to expand over time, and they have 90 different designs. Now, as far as I can tell, basically the vinyls are sort of broken down into three categories. You have the high performance vinyl, which I believe are just these sort of plain, well not plain, but printed ones here with the designs on them. You then have the 3M carbon fibre, which will be these ones here and here. And then you have the holographic 3D designs, which are these two examples here. Now the carbon fibre ones look really smart, and I've had one of my little Mini Pro Vari for probably around sort of 2 weeks now, and I wasn't gonna plan on keeping it on there, but I just thought I'd put it on there just to sort of see how easy it was to apply, and obviously see how, or get an idea of how long they will actually last as well. Obviously, I've really got used to it now, and so I'm going to be keeping it on there as long as it will hopefully stay on there. And like I said, I've had it for a couple of weeks on in now, and nothing's sort of peeling off. Everything seems to be holding up really nicely. So the carbon fibre ones I really like. The picture ones, not really my sort of cup of tea. There are a few nice designs in there, and I can see some people really going for those. The holographic 3D ones though, I've got to be honest, I think they look atrocious, and I really can't imagine anybody wanting to add those to their device. The actual 3D effect is really good. I'll give them that, because it does actually look like these ones here. It's like looking at sort of like a 3D ball. And the actual 3D effect does work really well, but I just can't imagine anybody actually wanting to cover their iHybrid in something that's like that. Now the carbon fibre, definitely, because that would look pretty smart. Some of the different sort of image ones, again, some of those can look really smart on the old iHybrid. But to add one of those onto it, I think that would be a bit crazy. But obviously, different people like different things. Okay then, so what I'll do now, just quickly show you some of the different designs a little bit closer up so you can see them in a bit more detail. And then I'm going to have a go at putting a new skin on a e-cig MVP. Okay, so I'll start off then with my favourite of the bunch, which is the 3M carbon fibre vinyl. And for me, if you've got an old device that's looking a bit sort of knackered, a bit scratched up, then if you had one of these, it's going to give it a really nice sort of new lease of life. For example, I've got my Mini Pro Vari here, and you can see I've added the carbon fibre wrap to it, and it just suits it really nicely. You do get a little bit of a seam where obviously the two edges meet up, nothing sort of too major, and it's sort of fairly well hidden. And I did also notice that if you've got like a silver Mini Pro Vari, you may find a very little tiny silver line going around the edge of the window where the edge of the wrap is meeting the window. It doesn't sort of quite cover it 100%. So originally I put this on my Mini Silver one, and like I said, that little very thin line, probably only about a fraction of a millimetre, but it was enough to sort of bug me basically, which is why I switched it over to my black one. And obviously where it's black, it just sort of blends in very nicely. Okay, so I'll go on then and show you the printed ones, which I believe are known as the high performance vinyl. Okay, so these ones here are just the sort of like high performance vinyl ones with just the like printed designs on the front. Not particularly my cup of tea. I can't ever see me getting a Pro Vari and adding something like that to it. But you know, I have seen quite a few videos on YouTube where people have got these sort of things attached to their devices or wrapped around their devices. So there's obviously a market for it. Maybe not that one, but you know, some of the other ones seem to be, you know, quite smart design. That one's quite a nice one. But again, you know, for me personally, not something that I would go for. You know, out of the lot, I'd definitely stick with the carbon fibre wraps. And then finally, you have the holographic 3D designs, which for me personally, you know, I would never use these ever. Not my thing at all. I'm sure there's some people looking at this and thinking, well, they look absolutely fantastic. But me personally, like, I'd never, you know, take one of these and wrap it around a Pro Vari, for example. But the actual 3D effect though is really good in its defence, and you may not be able to sort of pick it up on the camera, but it's like you've got a square with a ball in the side, and it's not like popping out 3D, but it's like you've got a lot of depth in there. That's the only way I can sort of describe it. You know, it's going to be an acquired taste. You know, maybe green would like that one. It's sort of his favourite colour, I'd imagine. But you know, for me personally, not something that I would ever particularly want to use. Okay, so I'm going to have a go now at putting on a white sort of carbon fibre effect onto an iTaste MVP. Now, these don't come with any sort of instructions or guides on how to actually install them. Well, at least I didn't get one anyway. But they are sort of pretty straightforward, and I found that the easiest way was to try and line a straight edge up with a straight edge. And if you've got like a cutout window, then line the window up as well at the same time. So if you can get the straight edge and the window lined up, then the rest should hopefully sort of follow suit. So I probably won't talk too much in this bit, so I'm going to try and concentrate. And it is actually quite hard to do two things at the same time. I'm just going to peel some of that off. And then, like I said, just try and line up the window. Make sure I'm getting it in shot. Line up the window and the straight edge. Okay, well, I think that's about as best as I'm going to get there. And then from there, I'm just going to sort of smooth it down the body, get that bit sorted out, and then up to the edge, and fold that edge over there. And you don't seem to sort of get any air bubbles, which is something I was expecting. So as long as you're sort of fairly careful, it should be all right. It should be right like that, I think. So I've cut this one right up over the window. Let's there we go. Obviously, I'm using the excuse that I'm obviously doing this on camera, and it's very hard to actually sort of see it properly, etc., etc. So you may obviously find it a bit easier when you've got a bit more time. That's my excuse anyway. And it's overlapping quite a bit there, as you can probably see. But where it's like the white vinyl, white carbon fibre onto the white carbon fibre, hopefully it should blend in a little bit nicer. And I'm pretty certain I could have probably done a better job, to be quite honest. It's not lining up quite nicely around the edge there. You know, bear in mind that it's doing it on camera. I mean, doing it in your own leisure is a little bit easier. Okay, so you know, it's not the best rat Anakin MVP, but it's not too bad either, considering the circumstances. You know, obviously if I had a bit more time, I can probably get it to be a little bit neater, but it's not too bad. Okay, let's crack on with the rest of the review. Okay, so that was the J-Wraps, and to be honest, there's not a great deal else I can really sort of talk about that I've not already covered. Now, what I can say though is that the one that I've had on my Mini Pro Vari, it's been on there for well over a couple of weeks now, and it does seem to be holding up very nicely. You're not noticing anything sort of starting to peel away or wear out or anything like that. The carbon fibre one's definitely my favourite of the bunch, and I think you know, you can put those on pretty much anything, and it's going to give it a really nice sort of look to it. The printed image versions, you know, there's some nice ones there. Not my sort of cup of tea personally, but you know, I'm sure there are going to be plenty of people out there who will, you know, really like those designs on their devices. The holographic 3D ones, I'm sure there is some sort of market there somewhere. I can't honestly imagine that many people thinking, oh yeah, that's the look I want for my iHybrid or Pro Vari. But you know, different people like different things, just not my own cup of tea. But the actual 3D effect though on the actual vinyl is actually really good. It doesn't obviously sort of show up too well on camera. When you've got it in front of you, the actual 3D effect is pretty cool. What else can I really say? You know, they are nice quality graphics, or nice quality vinyl graphics. I've not got a great deal of experience with vinyl graphics to actually compare it to something else though, so I'm not too sure where that actually sort of stands really, but nevertheless, from what I can tell you from my own sort of experience, they do seem to be like nice quality graphics. If you do fancy trying them out for yourself, go along to www.jwraps.com. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.